If you'll recall, last time my day went from alarmingly normal to just plain alarming in no time flat. The boss Pixie showed up out of nowhere and, surprise, surprise, they were an imposter. Queen Madeline put me on the case and not a minute later, Anne called me in so Zero Day of all people could put me on the same one. We got a move on and found out the phony was probably a hobgoblin. The suspicion was confirmed when I grabbed a houseplant at City Hall to question it, and the thing answered back. So now I'm heading to talk to Mads. Gotta get answers and pretend I haven't asked myself some other questions that I wish I hadn't already guessed answers to.
What part are you at?
Go! Would you knock that off? Having a keyhole in a door is not an invitation.
You say that, and yet you haven't blocked it off.
That's because I still need to use it. Weren't you busy not being an absolute pest?
Threadripper had to do a thing. So, what part did you get to?
I'm about to tell what happened when we talked to Mads.
Oh, that.
Yes, that.
Who dares? Oh, it's you.
Mads, I think we got a lead on this situation. Have a look at this here.
You stole a small, decorative tree.
No! Hang on, let me turn them around.
A tree with a... Hobgoblin, show yourself!
Just a ficus, my queen.
She's not gonna buy that, mate.
Right.
Well, you're a long way from your home city.
I'm just visiting?
You're a terrible liar, Grimveld.
You two know each other? How lovely.
I'm not Grinvold. That's my cousin. My name is...
Not of any importance right now.
Here's others.
And my guests have arrived. Guess this party can get started.
Valentine, I'm finding it especially hard to appreciate your humor at this moment. I suggest you get to your point quickly.
I will. First, Chip, did you find them?
Yes, I did. Unfortunately. It's gonna take days of sniffing coffee grounds to clear the smell out of my nose. Here.
Your sacrifice is appreciated. An umbrella and a water bottle.
Ugly, take all 3 hobgoblins for questioning, and make sure you squeeze every last bit of information out of them.
Pretzel spine for hobgoblins.
I hope that's not literal. I kinda hope it is.
What is wrong with you?
Everything is wrong with him.
At least my ears aren't...
Enough! Valentine, I suggest you explain quickly while I still have this one last scrap of patience.
Moving along then. Apparently, some hobgoblins have been making moves right under your nose. They got a backer helping them hide from even you.
That's unsettling.
Tell her what you told me on the phone.
I'm getting there. Mads, that WYSIWYG character is looking to break away from the goblins and take control of the Pixie faction. Use their own legends against them.
That no good rotten... Shh, this is important, Zero Day.
Thank goodness. Some quiet.
For once, I'm in agreement with the Hound of the Pixies.
What?
What? It's you! Zero Crows! You just licked my hand!
I guess it was too good to last.
I won't be able to go with you to stop them, but I can give you some information that should help.
We're definitely lacking on the information side right now.
It won't be free, of course. Dealing with pixies, a trade is required. That is your custom, isn't it?
Okay, fine. What is it you want?
A service, perhaps. Threadripper.
What are you?
Hush! I'm not talking to you. Threadripper. You're skilled at getting hard-to-find information, aren't you?
Meds?
Yeah?
Let's say Ugly can't get WYSIWYG to talk after this is settled. Would you be able to get the information from their thoughts?
I don't know. I've never tried it before.
A pity. In that case, I'll need a way to contact your leader directly.
You want what? No way, no how. No one has a direct line to the boss.
No one except you.
Friends, the silence in this moment is deafening. I'm pretty sure Trip is thrilled about that. I can't tell for sure, because I'm too busy watching the stare down between Zero Day and Madeline. She has him cornered, and she knows it. No deal, no info. And for all the random obscure things he seems to know about practically everything, apparently, he didn't bother to learn a whole lot more about hobgoblins than what he already told us. I can see the gears turning in the obnoxious Git's head as he weighs the balance. Madeline looks smug, like the fact he's considering it at all is already a win in her book. And then, she smiles. The sight of it makes me shudder.
Okay, now I'm curious. You do that when you record these things on a normal basis?
You mean calling you names? Only every time you show up during a case.
Okay, carry on.
I don't have all day, and neither do you.
Fine, okay already. I'll bring you something later.
Tonight, at midnight. Right here in my office, fully visible, without any illusions. You will bring me reliable means of communication, which I can test for myself.
Ooh, pinning down details. Ouch.
Wish I'd thought about that with my flask. And the mini fridge. And...
We get it.
Okay, fine, it's a deal.
Excellent.
I can't help wondering how Zero's going to try and worm his way out of this one. He looks tense, like he's asking himself the same thing. That, or he's about to throw a tantrum. Meanwhile, Mads gets up from her desk and turns to the bookshelves behind her. She pulls out a few books with generic covers, gives the first page a glance, and puts them back. The last one she leaves through the pages.
Here. This journal has my observations on the hobgoblins, among a few other things. You may return it at your earliest convenience. Now, would you all kindly get out?
Finally.
Yeah. Come on, you lot, time to go save the day. I lead the Pixies and Chip back to the janitor's closet where I question that hobgoblin. Closest thing to secure we have available, and as irritating as the chemicals are in Chip's nose, they still prefer it over the smell of the creatures they were tracking earlier. Threadripper looks over Mads' book, flipping through the pages like she already knows the contents. She pauses a minute and frowns at the page and starts flipping again.
Boss, I think this is gonna be a bit harder than we expected. Her notes say that the hobgoblins have been kind of obsessed with Pixie for a while. Kinda creepy, not gonna lie.
I'll say. What else did you find in there?
They've been watching Zero especially close, it looks like. Netscape. You watch your mouth.
Okay, so what does that mean?
It means my favorite tactics ain't gonna cut it.
Means no Fairygate shuffle.
Or your other ones.
So, we pull from my bag of tricks instead. Here's what I'm thinking. We make our way to where WYSIWYG is supposed to show up. Threadripper flies off to prepare some things. Zero Day waits in the middle of the corridor. His glamour paces anxiously. I can hear him buzzing a bit. Chip sits on a nearby bench with me, just as thrilled about the situation as ever. Frankly, I'm not exactly happy about it either. But if this hobgoblin is spoiling for some kind of showdown, There's too many normies around for a magic show. And the Fox Shifter is all the muscle I've got as backup.
I can't believe that's your plan.
So obvious they'll never expect it. Pretty sure it's my best one yet.
How have you survived this long? Hold up. Oh, I think they're here. Over there. Them, with the yellow hair.
Where? Oh. That's really convincing. You're sure?
Yep, they have the smell coming off them. And some really bad perfume. I think it's supposed to smell like fruit. More like rotten fruit.
Right. Looks like they're taking the bait. Let's go. We get up and tail the imposter discreetly as they go right up to 0 Day. Knows who the git is from the look of it. They smile wide as they approach him. The counterfeit Pixie's glamour's a little off. Like how knockoffs of brand names are really convincing, but not quite right. Sure, a quick glance says you shelled out, but if you stare long enough, you'll see where the difference is. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I know it's there. 0 Day acts, well, sort of acts, really, kind of pretends. Alright, he robots his way through a badly faked surprise.
Oh, hello. I haven't seen you around here before. What brings you to the Queen City?
What brings anyone here? Visiting friends, sightseeing, and picking up souvenirs. So, 0 Day, how is my hound doing?
Your hound? Wait, you know my name? Are you the boss? No way! It's an honor to finally meet you.
I know. It seems everyone is excited to finally meet the boss of the Pixies.
They sure are.
Perhaps you can help me for a moment. I'm sure you've been listening to my broadcast today.
You have no idea.
Haha, that's why you're my hound. I need you to help me convince Queen Madeline to give me the Janus coin. I've decided it's time we finally had a turn with it.
Too true. But first, I have a couple friends I'd like to introduce you to. Chip and Wobbles.
It's Valentine. Actually, Finn Valentine, my good buddy here, is just having a laugh. Ain't that right, you mutant chia pet?
My pet ape.
Alright, is something wrong with your friend Chip?
Just trying to stave off a migraine.
They'll be fine as soon as they're done with their business here.
Speaking of, Whirligig, mate.
It's Wizzywig.
Right, whatever. As I was saying, I overheard you saying you were the boss and needing to talk to Mads. See, we were just talking to her and she is terribly busy. Isn't that right?
Yep, completely busy.
Look, I know this play. I'm not falling for it.
Honest, we're not pulling any of Zero's tricks.
Is the truth? No one wanted to use any of my pranks.
I've got no intention of pranking you or fighting you, if that's what you think I'm doing. But you know, Mads gets real mad when she gets interrupted, and there's essentially a cult outside waiting to see their legend. It'd be a right shame not to say hello to them, innit?
I guess I could start getting their promises of loyalty. 0 Day, why don't you start?
Start what?
I know you've never formally done this, but swear your loyalty to me, to Robin Goodfellow.
Say what now?
You heard them. You really should declare your loyalty to the boss.
Valentine, what the...
Trust me on this.
You want me to... Right. Yeah, I get it. I guess even idiots can have nightlight moments. Fine. I swear my loyalty as the hound to the boss, Pixie.
That you... I mean... Thank you. That that was a thing that just happened? Great. You know what? I'm just going to head to Queen Madeline's office now.
What? I thought you were going to see the cults, just itching to meet their hero.
No, really,
I'm pretty sure he's insisting.
Know what? So am I. Wow, never thought I'd actually agree with the Neanderthal. And willingly.
You know what? I'm not even going to take offense to that. I stand on one side of the fake, and Chip stands on the other, looking a little too eager to use the energy of the irritation. We grab that phony Pixie's arms, which is really weird, I gotta say. Your eyeballs and your hand are giving you competing input, and it's kind of jarring if you've never done it before. I keep up a friendly air as we practically frog march them to the front of the building. Zero flies along behind us, his glamour dragging its feet. I can feel his eyes trying to burn a hole in my head. Looks like my guess was right.
You seriously put that in one of your tapes?
Yeah, it's an important detail.
It's top secret.
Oh, is the undercover boss afraid to get found out?
You're not funny.
No, I'm hilarious.
You're annoying.
Why are you still here?
To annoy you.
Pixie logic. Ugh. We don't get very far when our new friend suddenly stops and somehow squirms out of mine and Chip's grasp.
You're up to something. I won't be tricked.
That genuinely hurts, mate. Your distrust pains me.
Someone who's friends with Zero Day is bound to be up to something.
We're not friends.
There are moments you two are way too much alike.
I'm nothing like him. Stop copying me! Crud.
Fine, you say you're not up to anything. Then you won't mind making a quick stop before we go outside.
Again, ouch. But just to prove I'm on the up and up, yeah, we'll make you stop. Where to?
Not far. I'll know it when I find it.
Lead the way. We follow the bugger through a side hallway. Chip is wrinkling their nose at a light scent of cheap air freshener. Okay, so it might have been like shoving their nose into the worst perfume ever for them. At least it was confirmation where we were going. I waited for... Now who... Hello? Zero, kill that message!
It's still going?
Yeah, obnoxious as ever. Just figure out how to make it stop.
I could kill your phone again and make sure of it.
Absolutely not. I'm still paying for this one.
But it's so old.
I've only had it for a year.
Old.
Still no. Even try, I swear I'll make the next Accords meeting drag on forever.
Gasp, you fiend. Fine, I won't kill it. This time.
You're a real saint, you are. We finally get where WYSIWYG has taken us. An office, recently vacated, judging by the missing nameplate. They open the door, and the smell from inside is like getting sucker punched by a bear shifter. I don't recommend it. Chip just about keels over from the odor, and even Zero twists his face up in disgust. Mate, you're not looking so good. Why don't you wait out here?
Best idea you've had all day. I'll be over there, near the garbage can, just in case.
Right. So, wedding gig.
I told you, it's WYSIWYG!
Yep, that. I suppose this is it.
It is. Would you mind helping me real quick? It'll only take a minute.
Yeah, alright. Come on, Zero Day. Let's go help your boss.
My dirty. Come on. Fine, whatever.
Nice place to stash things, but why do you have air fresheners hung on everything?
Stupid choice in decorating, if you ask me. Wait.
Okay, honestly, this was disappointing. I expected more of a challenge, and yet here we are.
What do you mean, a challenge? You're Robin Goodfellow, aren't you? Supposedly the greatest trickster of all time. I mean, if there was a trick in store for us, it would be better to fall for it fast than to try to avoid it, wouldn't it?
That's actually a really good point. You said something smart today.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment whether you like it or not. Anyway, I hardly see any kind of trick here. Just a horrible taste in decor.
It's not.
And a barely believable glamour. Seriously, that shade of yellow?
Is that what's wrong with it? I couldn't put my finger on it.
You idiots! This is a trap!
What are you talking about? This doesn't look anything like one. It smells like someone spilled about 100 different bottles in one of those aromatherapy shops.
That would actually smell better.
Fair.
Would you both stop talking?
Not likely.
This is a trap. All of those are hobgoblins. Every last object with an air freshener. They are here following my orders.
Yeah, I don't believe you. Why would a pixie take up with hobgoblins?
I'm not a pixie, but the pixies will join us just as soon as we get them to swear loyalty. All I need to do is to make sure you two don't get in the way. Say goodbye. That was the cue. Hello? We talked about this just an hour ago. What? No, this can't be happening.
Oh, it is. And it's even worse than that. See that little camera up there?
Oh no.
0 Day actually gave me the solution.
Wait, I did?
Pixies love to hear themselves talk. One hint, next time you want to have the big bad I win speech, make sure I'm actually on the ropes, mate. Threadripper, you get all that?
I sure did, boss.
Really? A gas mask?
You had me hanging up a ton of bad air fresheners.
You got an extra?
Out of my way! Oof!
More pretzel spine.
Not yet.
Madeline, you made it. I wasn't sure you'd be able to find the time.
Considering one of my underlings was attempting a breach in the Accords and essentially committing treason according to Goblin law, I didn't have much choice.
It wasn't supposed to.
Hobgoblin, did you really think you could defy me? Ugly?
Yes, Highness.
Ugly steps forward. How a creature that bulky can move that fast is beyond me. But in hardly a blink, he's got the hobgoblin in one hand and clamps a sort of bracelet thing around their wrist in a single motion of the other. I'll have to remember to keep something really big between me and Ugly next time I decide to rile him up. The next second, WYSIWYG's glamour is gone. And so is his shifted shape. His true shape is on full display and caught on camera.
Caught red-handed in 4K.
Hobgoblin, you know what that charm is.
My shape-shifting! You took my shape-shifting! That's practically all we have!
I did. You will wear that charm until you learn your place. If another hobgoblin ever defies me, I will hold you personally responsible. You will never shapeshift again. Ugly, take him away.
And pretzel spine?
Fine if it makes you happy. As promised, Mr. Valentine, your check. I have deducted the cost of the air fresheners you used at bulk. It has put a bit of a dent in the supply for the hobgoblins who are still loyal to me, so I feel it's fair.
Right, should have expected that. Thread,
Yeah, boss.
could you help Chip get themselves back together? I'll buy you one of them sugar-filled coffee things after we get back.
Ooh, yum.
Wait, you made 2 deals for the one thing?
It takes a little while. But
Now hold up, I'm still mad about that.
it's not like you asked if I already got the job from someone.
I wiped out your minor favor balances for that.
And you have my Zero, mate, what are you doing?
Ah!
Ah!
What was that? Val? Zero? Are you guys okay in there? What's going on?
Nothing!
You have been listening to the Graveyard Tapes, Boss Pixie, Part 2. Written by Angela Dumalag. Edited by Aidan Morgan, Dustin Gray, Nikki Ewart, James Nichols. Audio engineering by Robin of Psychonautia. Produced by Brianna Jean Teuber. With the voices of Chase Hunter as Valentine, Angela Dumalag as Zero Day, Rick the Whitebird as Threadripper, Nala J. Wu as Chip, Nikki Ewart as Madeline, Emrys Cassidy as Wizzywig, Aidan Morgan as Ugly, and Eden Whitebird as Ficus the Hobgoblin.